Welcome back to this Let's Play of the original official campaign for Neverwinter Nights 2. Last time we continued on our little sweep of the docks. We've got one place left to go, but we're basically done. We've covered a couple of the side adventures, and some of the side adventures involve Quara's former classmates ambushing her. So let's see if she has anything to say about that.
Great! What's wrong now? They're from a rival house at the academy. Some of their students were punished when they decided to attack me.
Wow, I guess they're not Hufflepuff House then.
Yeah, that's why I burned down their stables and practice yard, and then torched their common hall. They had it coming. Eventually their master, Jokerus, stopped me. But if he hadn't, I would have taken the battle right to all of them. Of course, now they're trying to ambush me in the streets now that I'm outside of academy protection. Talking behind my back, ridiculing me for my studies, saying I was temperamental and that I lacked any sort of discipline. When I confronted them on it, they finally admitted it. So I struck back. No, they were attacking me first. Gossip, slander. I won't abide insults from those tome readers.
Alright, and you can, chide her for being childish, but of course that'll lose you influence. Instead, you can say that they needed to be taught a lesson and get,
Right! Sometimes you have to take a stand. Otherwise, people will walk all over you.
And these conversations also, most of them will give you points towards chaotic. If for some reason you wanted to start as a paladin and then switch to being a bard so that you could pick up Red Dragon Disciple, there's not enough chaotic here, but there's a lot more options to be chaotic in the game than there are lawful. We can ask about Jokerus, too.
Glenna's father, and one of the masters at the school. Deals with enchantments and reagents. Powerless, like the others.
So he's Snape, right? Right.
He's all bluster and talk like the rest of them. I was defending myself, and if he's too blind to see that, then let him try to do something. He even has to get his students to fight for him. A worthless house, if you ask me. His daughter deserved what happened.
Alright, well, and again, if he tries to fight with you and us, he'll get what he deserves for more influence.
My thought exactly. We'll teach him what you won't find in any school book.
Alright, and that was 4 points towards chaotic and 6 more points of influence with Quara. She's not easy to impress. Not at all. She's just extreme, because if you say anything she doesn't like, you lose 3 points. I don't know that the points really matter a whole lot. I don't know the whole mechanics of it. Unlike Mask of the Betrayer, where you had sort of bonuses from having better relations with your companions, here it's just sort of, it affects certain conversations and sort of what they do sometimes. Here's our last point. And apparently this guy is also on the take. And of course he goes violent if you try to turn him in. But I will cast Hideous Laughter on him. And, just for amusement. I don't think it actually worked. It doesn't do a whole lot anyways. Wow, those guys were hard. But I'm going to head back into the inn and switch back up for Nishka, because we're actually going to want Nishka coming up, and not Quara. So, I'll be right back. Let's go hand in our little quest of, sweeping the district. Hopefully we won't see any more thugs spawning. There are a lot of them. What's that light off in the distance? That's weird. Anyway, I'm not sure if they randomly respawn or if there's just a set number of them that show up, but there are just thugs that appear, and I killed a lot. I killed some of them off screen. You notice they gained that level off screen. Oh, Watch House is on fire. Okay, well, exactly what happened? Anything you want me to do? Yeah, okay, good. So, they want you to go to the Merchant District and deal with Captain Brelena. Yeah, Brelena. Okay, sort of an odd name, but, I guess for fantasy fare, it's not that unusual. And in the Merchant District, not surprisingly, there are a couple more shops, so we're going to have to do some shopping pretty soon. But, We can also go off to the Sky Mirror and do Eleni's quest, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. It's going to need a full episode. It's kind of tedious. Well, just looking at the party here.
I'm disappointed. I thought you'd be harder to find than this, Nishka. Leldon's been after you for some time now.
If I didn't want to be found, you'd still be stumbling around in the dark, Tremel. Tell Leldon to back off, or I'll be coming for him.
Alright, well, yeah, not again.
Leldon's not just paying me gold for this. He's also bringing me in as his partner, just as soon as I bring him your horns.
You're doing this to become Leldon's partner? Trust me, I'll be doing you a favor, killing you.
Alright, well, let's get this over with.
Come on, demon girl. Let's see if you're as hard to kill as they say.
And we'll open up with just some haste. Because as they say, haste lays waste. Wait, that's not...
You ain't got a chance!
Leldon's more obsessed than I thought. I wonder how many of his goons will have to carve up before he gets wise.
Yeah, I think, we should probably say hi to Leldon at some point.
I guess you're right. As much as I'm enjoying tweaking his nose, Leldon's getting out of hand.
I'm not certain Leldon is the one we need to worry about. At least he makes his grievances plain.
He'll be ready, though. Since he knows I'm here, he's got to know that I'll be coming for him.
Alright, now there are a couple options here. You can try to be lawful, but I'm gonna go for something he's not expecting.
I don't plan to kill him. This'll be too much fun to ruin it by killing him. Look, Leldon's not going to give up. Trust me, he was my partner. I know him. He's got a soft spot, though. There's this coin of his that he thinks is lucky. He always has it with him on jobs. Couldn't stop playing with it. Real annoying. He's probably got it well protected, too. So I want to steal it out from under his nose.
If theft got you and us in this trouble to begin with, I fail to see how it will solve matters by stealing again.
Don't you see? If I can get my hands on that coin, he might give up. After all, without it, his plans will always fail. At least he thinks so.
I don't think it's even a plan. It doesn't even make sense.
I prove I'm better than he is by getting around his guards and traps. He gets worried, loses his nerves, and the attacks stop. What's not to like?
I'll tell you what's not to like. Anyone willing to resort to murder over a theft isn't likely to stop because it's done to them a second time. And furthermore, it has nothing to do with why we're here in the city. Not at all. If we want to do something, we should seek out the Druid lore masters in Neverwinter Wood, as I suggested.
Oh, so is that your problem? That we're not doing what you want to do? Maybe you haven't thought of this, but maybe there's a reason you haven't come across any druids. Have you thought of that? Maybe they're all gone, or in hiding, or they just gave up their duties, kind of like you have by being in the city. I mean, why are you even here? Huh? Why?
Alright, one of the, as I think I mentioned before, originally Nishka was supposed to be a love interest, so this is kind of supposed to be, you know, a rivalry thing here, but you're stuck with Eleni. It's like kind of for your loss, I guess.
Why are you siding with her? Why doesn't she answer my question?
You are right, of course. I should not be here. But I do not know where else to go, and the only clues as to what may have happened to my circle may lie with those shards. So yes, I do not wish to be in this city. I do not wish to be a burden, but I do not know what else to do to help. All I can think of is seeking out the druids in case they know what we can do. But I will go along with whatever our leader decides. If we help you, so be it. If not, then I will stand by that decision as well.
Well, all right. Maybe I wasn't explaining it well enough. But if we grab that coin from Leldon's stash, well, at least we'll have something to bargain with. He really likes that coin.
Okay, and you can say that you'll trust her on this for a little influence.
Thanks, and believe me, I know what I'm doing. I've already told you I won't let anything happen to you. The first step is to figure out where Leldon's holed up. I doubt any of my old contacts will want to talk. Looks like Leldon's got some influence in this district. Oh, Fala would know where he is, though. She knows just about everything that goes on here and in Black Lake. Yeah, she might be able to help us. We should go talk to her. She owns the Moonstone Mask here in the Merchant Quarter. It used to be a place for people who, needed some privacy. She's cleaned it up quite a bit since the war, though. I kind of preferred it the way it was, though. But hey, it's her business. Anyway, she knows about pretty much anything that goes on in the district. Not surprising, considering the kind of place the Moonstone Mask used to be. I'd prefer to torture the information out of Leldon's thugs. But I guess this way is easier, and not as messy.
Right. The Moonstone Mask was a brothel in the original game. I'm gonna heal up and be right back. One of those guys has a longsword +2 if you're dual-wielding longswords or something and you want something better than Blade of the Gladiator. It's the third decent longsword we've found, but I'm going to stick everybody with their current weapons for now. We're getting almost out of time for this episode, but I just thought I'd show the most interesting merchant here, Deacon, who, if you've played the original game, either expansion pack, for the original game, you will recognize. He's a kobold bard who's, well, in this case he's a merchant, but he's got some interesting stuff. I can't afford very much of it right now, but this Eldritch Knight chain shirt is something I'm going to have to buy eventually. Unfortunately, it's currently 86,000 gold, and I think increasing my appraise is going to bring it down to like 85,000, so not a big deal. But I can't afford it. It's armor that doesn't have a arcane spell failure penalty, which is very nice. But he also has a bunch of other random stuff. None of which I'm going to buy right now, but some of it's, well, maybe I'll just buy this Faint Earth Essence just for the fun of it. These essences are crafting components, and I'll want them eventually. I won't want that particular one, but you can combine it and have some fun with it. So, I'll leave it here. I'm going to sell off some junk between the episodes and be done. See you next time.